Welcome along to day 9 of the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. It's match number 5, final pool game for Japan and Belgium. So Japan ranked 9th in the world. More support here for Belgium, ranked 3 places below them, 12th. The sun has been beating down here all day. Hottest day we've had by far. Really muggy conditions. Belgium, you see, they're yet to pick up a point. Right down at the foot of the table, the Netherlands already qualified, in action at the moment against Korea. If Korea win that game, they qualify. If they lose, well, then Australia go through as the second highest ranked side. Those two top teams playing off in the semi-finals. There's the Belgian contingent over there and a few Japanese flags as well in amongst it. There we go. Give that one away for us, guys. Interesting headgear as well there, worn by those girls. So it's Japan versus Belgium. Their final pool game, match 27 of the tournament. Both sides on their way into the pitch number 2 here in The Hague in the Netherlands. Belgium away to your left-hand side and Japan on the right. Japan, also known as the Cherry Blossoms. Starting off in goal will be that lady there, Yuka Yoshikawa. Ryoko Oi is going to start on the bench. That's the number 2 goalkeeper today for Japan. All the fans to their feet to welcome their sides, and they'll stay on their feet too for the national anthems. We'll have those, then all the live action from this game between Japan and Belgium.
All rise for both national anthems.
Belgian girls, or the Red Panthers as they're known, side by side in the black strip today, taking on Japan away to their left-hand side in the red and white. Japan ranked 3 places higher than Belgium. Will be looking to finish the pool stages of this year's World Cup as strongly as possible. Here's how the teams line up with Manabe Nomura, Nakagawa the captain, Otsuka, Ono, Okawa, Shibata, Nishimura, Nagai, Yoshikawa and Kasahara in the starting 11 for Sung Jin-yu. Here's a little peek inside the circle there, and the team gathered, just sharing a moment together ahead of this game. love it. Absolutely love that routine from the Japanese. Up the other end, Belgium are ready to go as well. Qualified in 6th place at the Rabobank Hockey World League in the semi-final there. That's how they got to the World Cup. And here's how they line up. Jill Boone starting on the bench. She's certainly one to look out for. And the girls had an interesting moment in the tournament already when they almost didn't make it back on for the second half. Have a look on that online, fih.ch if you get a chance. Very amusing indeed. Well, all smiles out there from the umpires. Claire Adnaud of France and Michelle Meister of Germany are 2 umpires for the day. The scene set then, the final pool game between Japan and Belgium. It's the Netherlands that top this pool, 12 points, 4 wins from 4, and they're currently 3-0 up against Korea in the main stadium. Out here on the green fields though, we're just about underway. Just another few seconds to wait, and you'll hear the crowd counting us in. Sit back, enjoy the action. Japan versus Belgium.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So welcome along to this game. It's Japan that get us underway, playing from left to right. The Cherry Blossoms playing in the white and red kit, Red Sox against Belgium. And the all black kit, lovely early move there from Ras. Anouk Ras playing in the youngster, Van den Borre. Alongside me in the commentary box is the Ireland #1 goalkeeper, Davy Hart. David, good to have you on board.
Good to be here today.
Sweltering conditions for this one, is that going to play a factor?
Could do. The games earlier on were proved to have been a tough challenge for all the teams that were out in the conditions today, and it's only gotten muggier if you ask me.
Games already so far, a 0-0 draw between New Zealand and Australia in this pool, and then the Netherlands taking on Korea as we speak. 3-0 up currently, and if they win that game, Australia will go through with the Netherlands from this pool. This is more a bottom of the table clash between Japan and Belgium. Belgium currently on 0 points, yet to find that first elusive win, and Japan having just picked up 1 point from their 4 games played so far. Got that 1 draw in against Korea. Finished 1-1 between those 2 teams, but a loss for Japan against the Netherlands, 6-1. They also lost to Australia by 3-2, and their 3rd loss came against New Zealand, 4-1. Good early signs here though from Japan, finding that baseline run, and maybe a penalty corner, is there? No, says the umpire. It was Nagai that got to the baseline, but not able to put it on a foot. Reverse stick sweep back up the line and into acres of space for Oikawa.
Despite it being a lower kind of table clash here in this pool, I think both teams are fully aware how important it can be to win every game you have in a World Cup. Vital world ranking points are at stake, along with placings within the top 12 teams, top 13 teams right here. They're all competing.
Little deflection there. No advantage coming from it, so a free hit just on the edge of the D. Like you say, those points up for grabs, so every game is vital. This ball into Nomura. Interception coming in from Simmons. Round the back now from Japan, who have slightly more experience. Reverse stick ball in. Belgium girls, though, very much following suit with the men and climbing up the world rankings. Currently 12th, but back in 2005, a staggering 27th.
Belgian hockey's really come to the fore in world hockey. Really, they've set up fantastic infrastructures, have a lot of support and backing, and also from grassroots levels, which is evident to see in their junior age groups, winning European titles, as well as faring quite well in world tournaments.
Well, Bone is on. She didn't start the game. Jill Bone, whose brother Tom plays in the men's team. A Route 1 ball coming goal bound, but deflection coming off a Belgian foot, I think. That's what the umpire says anyway. Jill Bone just looking over her shoulder. Not sure she necessarily agrees with this. Oh, I don't know. Has that come off a Japanese foot from that angle?
From that replay, it looked like a Japanese foot, most definitely.
I remember both teams have a video referral as and when they want to use it, and that would have been a very good time to question the umpire's decision, because they could well have got a penalty corner from it. Just won a game though, and if they get it right, they hold on to it. If they get it wrong, of course, they lose their video referral. Patient start from both sides, inside the first 5 minutes still. Still early days in this one. Van Lint all the way around the back. Belgium pushing very deep into their own half, and Japan not putting on the highest of presses, but certainly making sure that Belgium play down this left-hand flank. That's very much what they're encouraging. Ball forward again, first-time touch, not the greatest from the skipper. De Vos will retreat back. Good patient build-up again.
Very much so. Most teams, when they're playing the Red Panthers, the Belgian ladies, they're aware of one of the key players and playmakers for them is their number 5 at the back, Stephanie de Groof. So he's responsible for a lot of penetrating passes and long balls, so many teams would be happier that she plays much further back the pitch.
And tactics-wise, why Japan forcing it down this left-hand flank of Belgium?
Obviously, in hockey, your strong side is going to be on your forehand, on your open side. Once you force a team to go left, it starts bringing in a bit more out-of-control actions on your reverse stick side and on your weaker side, so they'll probably be looking to target to keep it on their forehand side as they're attacking.
Well, that was very confident from de Groof at the back to force it down the right-hand side. There is a bit more space there if Reis wants to go there. She puts it into the midfield. Bone wins the free hit, which Reis will take. She could well just belt this one up into the D. She's allowed to. The ball can go straight into the circle from here. Opts to change the angle first. Japan come away with it. Chance for them to counter-attack. This is certainly one of their strengths and where they'd look to get some more goals from their 4 games played. Just 5 goals coming from those 4 games. They've conceded 14. Chance to put something together here, though. No interception. Sinia comes forward for Belgium. Opting to run with it, though. Floats one in behind into the D and watched off for a long corner by Oikawa.
Possibly would have been more of a successful counter-attack as she managed to use the overlapping players, either De Vos or Bone, who was making away on their right side. Once you start dribbling with the ball, it makes a lot more time for the Japanese defense to get back and obviously make an interception or a tackle.
And certainly not the day to be doing too much running.
Not in these conditions, no.
Players in the first game of the day, and this was around 10:30 in the morning, dropping to their knees in that game between New Zealand and Australia. It finished 0-0. The men too, of course, in action here. The Australian men defeating India by 4-0. And then Spain, a convincing win on this pitch just ahead of this game, 5-2. Loud blow on the whistle from the umpire. She wants it taken from the exact spot that the foul took place, and is just going over to indicate to the Japanese players where she wants it. Otsuka with the restart. Now back through Oikawa. Key component at the heart of the defence there. Forward to Otta. Can't find a way past Soku. Belgium back in numbers for this one as well. They've got pretty much, well, 10, now 11 of their players inside the defensive circle. Japan throwing everything forward as well, looking to get into the shooting circle and get a shot off goal bound. It's not going to happen there. Belgium win it back.
You just have to wonder, as a massive tournament that this is in the World Cup and the amount of matches that you play, that coach in your screen there, the Belgian coach Pascal Kina, opting for quite a young squad and a young group with certain players, the youngest I believe being 16 years of age. Just what effect it has on their bodies compared to, say, possibly stronger and more conditioned teams they come up against.
Yeah, that's young Stephanie van den Boer. She wears number 22, just 16 years of age. But so important that nations do that, that they're constantly refreshing players on their rostrum, on their squad.
Very much so. It shows a depth in skill and ability coming up through the age groups.
Van Lint with the ball forward. Has it poached off her, but only as far as a sideline ball. There is the young 16-year-old. And the ball back through Van Lint, forcing it still up that left-hand channel. Again, another foul. Van Lint will step over the ball here. Cabernet off to her right-hand side as an option in the midfield. Again, coming forward down that channel, and well, the communication not there this time for Belgium.
The intention was there. You could see looking to try and find a leading striker back towards the ball. But I think two strikers miscommunicated, and eventually the ball making its way harmlessly over that end line.
Akane Shibata just there enjoying a bit of ice on her head. He'll be welcome up here in the commentary box as well. To use the term "got a sweat on" is a massive understatement. David Hart beside me in a vest. It's a lovely wife beater. Japan come forward down the right-hand flank in the meantime. Nomura. Ball comes cross-field, and there's a deflection right in front of the keeper. It wasn't goal-bound, but you can't fault the level of the commitment from Japan coming forward there. Really good chance, and it fell to Nishimura.
Yeah, Nishimura doing ever so well. It's a fantastic cross ball from the corner flag here. Beautifully struck in, diving in, and unable to direct that reverse stick. Full-length dive, as you mentioned, commitments there. Maybe just perhaps the bit of the pressure from the keeper might have put her off.
Certainly the best chance of the half. It's fallen for Japan. Will that give them some sort of rhythm and momentum here? They're confident coming down that right-hand flank again. And once more, it's Kasahara putting on pressure, as is Nomura. The Japanese player was certainly not five there. Good advantage from the umpire as Belgium maintained possession. Nellen cuts in field, changes that angle. Acres of room over there on the right-hand flank. Onto the reverse stick now. Simmons. And it's going to be a free hit there. The umpire didn't like that challenge by Otter. Akiko Otter forcing the first foul. Again into the D. Bashed away by Nakagawa. Now driven down this near-hand touchline. There is Akagawa, the Japanese captain, Miyuki Nakagawa, one of the most experienced. Oh, not seen that before. That would be the goal of the tournament if you're allowed to shoot from outside the D. Sadly, you can't. Hazuki Nagai from inside her own half. All those shots have to come from within that hard line, that hard circle that you see away to the right-hand side that Belgium are defending. First time touch ball was a goodie from Vasavel. Japan now have a counter-attack here, and it's Nomura again who just drags the ball back towards the head of the D. And some defensive work here for Belgium to do. In the end, it was Vasavel that tidied things up. Louise Vasavel in the right place at the right time. Well, expect to see a load more of these changes. That's Jill Bone and also De Vos coming on there. Regular substitutions. Same for the Japanese, as well as Kanafuji enters the arena, and she's making a dart right towards that far post. There's an option here if Nakagawa could get a head up, but she didn't quite see it. Interception here, though, from De Vos. Took a bit too much stick with it, unfortunately. That's what she was blown up for.
Well, if Belgium are looking to succeed today, they're going to have to look towards those key players.
Again, another thump comes in across. The keeper has to take care of it, so it was on target, it was on goal, but no Japanese between the shot and the guy's cross. Here is Nagai again with a second phase of play on the reverse stick this time. Ball still on the edge of the D. It's pretty frantic round there. 8 or 9 players all hassling around the ball. Here's that cross. Keeper has to get a touch on it.
Not taking any risk. If she was to leave it, it might come off a post, or someone might be poaching the back post kind of goal. But as mentioned, the keeper there in the shot, young Ashing de Hague, is obviously a key player for this Belgian side as well, as long as we mentioned with Stephanie de Groof, who's over the ball now and works his way up through the spine of the team towards the strikers and experienced play of Captain De Vos and, of course, Jill Bone, who scored a few goals already this tournament.
We mentioned the latest viral featuring the Belgian girls when they just about appeared on time after the half-time whistle had blown for the second half, and they just about made it in time, and De Hague was one of those that was sprinting back towards her goal line because the game had got underway. Do have a look on the website, fih.ch. Just type in Belgium almost missed the second half hockey. Hashtag very funny. Here are Belgium with a long corner. First time slap's going to come diagonal in again. It's cut out. That's some solid defense from Oikawa. Shihori Oikawa, the Japanese number 9, putting her body on the line, and she does it for the second consecutive time. Japan just overcomplicating things there a bit, and they've given possession back to Belgium. Anouk Ras is over there on the far side, comes all the way back, and plenty of room with de Groef over here on this side. And that whole left-hand channel open as well if she wants to go for it. Opts to go a bit more direct and was looking for De Vos. Just those final passes just not quite working out at the moment for Belgium.
Small bit of a skill breakdown or miscommunication when there's a pass or someone's eyes are leading one way and obviously the ball might be going the other way. But right now the Japanese are defending well. They're defending low and hard, which they have the ability to do so in quite an Asian manner, and of course they'll be looking to pick off any stray passes and then look to counter-attack, which is one of their huge strengths.
Well, getting notes of the final score between that, or in that game between the Netherlands and Korea. It's finished 3-0 to the Netherlands. So that means that Australia and the Netherlands will qualify for the semi-finals in a couple of days' time. That'll be Thursday's play. We'll also have the 11th and 12th place playoffs. Now, one of these teams could very well be down in those, in the bottom half of the table. Oh, not far away. Good effort. You'd expect someone to be on the far post, though.
Very much so. Good vision from that young girl, as we mentioned, 22, Stephanie van den Bore. Great vision, good pass as well, kept it low and hard on the deck, and you expect people to be sliding in, getting on their nose, looking for a goal in that danger area, absolutely.
Yeah, no harm in trying. But certainly working hard here in the press, and that's some hard running from Sinia, the number 14 for Belgium. He was really putting in the legs. Free hit one there by Nagai. Drive forward now from Yuri Nagai. The two sisters linking up. It's Yuri, the number 16, and Hazuki, the number 17. Bit more space here for Sinia. For me, it's just appearing on screen anyway, at least, like the game is very clustered. Whenever Belgium have the ball, they're not really spreading out wide to those flanks. They're keeping it really tight and compact.
You could say that, definitely, and it's kind of a game that's really being played between the two 25-yard lines at the minute.
Saville comes forward, bounces up, and great turn of speed from Shibata, the number 11 there. Japanese midfielder getting back to do some defensive duties. Hazuki Nagai. Just another floated ball in. The guy can just track back with it and then gets the foot as well. Coming up there off Simmons' left foot. Hoping that the stadium will start to fill up a little bit now. Netherlands girls obviously safely through with a game in hand to those semi-finals, and having just beaten Korea by 3-0. Expecting a few Dutch fans to fill in here into this stadium here. 15,000 in the main seater. Not so many over here, sadly. Just a 5,000 capacity. Talking of numbers, a staggering amount of people watching on Facebook. 500,000 Facebook fans, 30,000 followers on Twitter, and 8,000 on Instagram. Have a search for us there if you can. The Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. Come and join the party as Nellen comes forward for Belgium. Interception, though, from Japan, and they come forward themselves with Otsuka. Ball heads on. Clips it forward to Nagai. Can she keep it in? Yes, she can. And draws the stick challenge as well. It's up off the Belgian player from Otsuka's attempted cross, and
Looks sore.
well, De Groef has gone down. I think she's okay, just needing a couple of moments just to recover.
Okay.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, it was number 7, Asuka, just striking the outside of the ankle there. Can always be a sensitive area if struck on the ankle bone. Looks to be maybe a bit higher up and on the side of that shin guard, so she's up and ready to go.
Now some room, nothing ahead, no high line, but that'll do. That's as good as Belgium could do there, and the chase is on. Simmons is going to get there first, ahead of Sakai, who's in support. Onto the reverse stick, cross comes in, it's high and deflected away. So Belgium will be penalised for the high ball across. Great chase though from Simmons. Had a bit of gas there, just unable to get around that back line, and well, again, Belgium not really having the support, not over-committing players forward.
The initial ball through, I didn't actually see anybody from the commentary box here, and then showed great speed, as you said, to actually catch up with that ball. But again, a simple skill error, looking to get a reverse stick cross into that circle, going dangerously and high. But as you also mentioned, Michael, there wasn't really much support coming deep from her. It's looking like a bit of a heavy physical game out there. A lot of substitutions going on, and maybe the conditions are playing a part here.
Well, 15 minutes left to play in the first half. It's Japan 0, Belgium 0. Japan, for me, have had the best chance of the game so far. Nothing really to write home around. Japan just looking to draw Belgium out a little bit here, changing the angles. And there's space now for Sakai. Oikawa steps forward, interception from De Vos. Now she goes. In support is Bone. She was tempted to go back and use Jill Bone. Here's Bone now over the ball. Not going to get past 3 of them. Tried her best. Bora goes to ground, draws the foul. Both sets of players having to be 5 metres here. Ball can't go directly into the circle from inside the 23-metre zone, that final attacking quarter. De Groef seems to have shaken off that niggle that she got when the ball hit her in the ankle. Luke Ras. Good tackle on the head of the D, low, flat and clean.
That was very good defending from Yuta there. As previously mentioned, how Asian styles like to defend with the ability of such powerful and strong legs to get nice and low, flat stick on the ground, and eventually coming away with the ball and earning her team that free.
Second game of the day for me. First one was New Zealand 0, Australia 0. Hoping this one's not another 0-0 for you. Is currently Japan go in search of that first goal. A little deflection there. Keeps the ball in play and inside the attacking half. Ono now over to the left-hand flank. Good reverse stick pick from Otter. Takes it a little bit wider than she expected. Good patience to come out and round as well. Here's Oikawa. Now Ono. Using every inch, every width of this pitch. That's more like it from Japan. But some super defending there. The final touch from Van Lint, taking it onto her foot.
Japanese ladies certainly happy to keep circulating that ball around the back 4. Seems to me that Belgium are only applying that bit of a kind of a one-woman press with Charlotte De Vos doing all the work and having to track across the pitch left and right.
Belgium still being forced down this left-hand flank. We haven't seen too many attacks down the right-hand flank. Certainly part of the Japanese tactics here to keep Belgium from going down their stronger forehand side and down that right-hand side. Interception here in the midfield. Change of pace from Barbara Nellen. Infield from De Vos. Now Belgium can push numbers forward if they want to. Oh dear. Unforced error there. The shame marker. Shame really. Pushes Belgium right back, and you can see the substitutes with their ice jackets on. That gives you an indication of how muggy it is here. It's not overcast, very hazy day. But players, spectators, officials, even commentators sweating it out. Sideline ball for Belgium on this near touchline. 11 minutes to play in the first half. Both sides with their video referral still intact. Japan, well, lucky to get away with a foot inside the D. Belgium certainly had cause to call on the video umpire in this game already, but didn't necessarily see the foot inside the D. There we are. How you doing? Chap beside me is David Hart, the Ireland #1 goalkeeper. Been in so many of these world tournaments. We're talking about the press and the shape of teams moving it around the back. You get to see a lot of that happening in front of you. Why are teams so keen to use the width of the pitch?
Once you go to the width, you are opening up a lot of angles, which then you can kind of find not only obviously a direct pass, which can be sometimes difficult to do from just in the middle of the pitch. If you go for wider angles, there's possibly a bit more space to maneuver depending on how the team you're playing against in front of you sets up. Sometimes equally it might also be even better to distribute when in the center of the pitch. It really all depends on what your opposition is doing.
Who's that hobbling off? That's Sinia. Just seemed to have just a little hobble there as she came off. Didn't seem at full strength. And that a fairly loose pass. It doesn't go off for a long corner. It'll be a sideline ball. There goes the ice jacket on. Fancy sending a couple of those up there, please do. A few messages already coming in, David, saying nice vest. Versavel sees that one just go off the edge. Couldn't get a stick on it, couldn't keep contact with the ball, and Japan have the ball back. Oh, again, not the best first-time pass, and now a change of possession, a chance for Belgium to get into the D and get their first real clear shot of this game. A few more Dutch fans start to join us down behind that goal, which Belgium are attacking. Some Belgium noise comes from the sidelines from their travelling supporting fans. Remember, bordering the Netherlands. Haven't had to travel too far today. Belgian ladies, though, yet to pick up a point in this tournament. Japan have one. They're looking for all three here with a little deflection chance. Oh dear, that fell to Otsuka. She couldn't get anything on it, sadly. It was one-on-one with the keeper at the back for Shiho Otsuka. What a chance.
Otsuka, unfortunately, unable to benefit from a great run here. Lifted pass across to her, and unfortunately unable to make contact at the end.
Yeah,
it was Shabbat, exactly. Yeah. And again, keeper just doing enough maybe to come out, get into her eye line and put her off slightly. But again, you'd have to say two clear-cut chances have gone to the Japanese side here.
And that goes down as one of the best. Again, they'll rebuild from the back. Shibata. Nishimura carrying two tackles there and winning the free hit. Steps upfield, and now the defence push forward to take this free hit. Manabe. There's Pascal Kina, the Belgium head coach.
Coming towards me. Wait a second.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Eliminates three players and drives forward now down this left-hand touchline. And Mbore, the very confident 16-year-old, hands the baton over to Pouvrez.
That was a penalty corner, so just a free hit. So take you to.
Good to hear the umpires communicating to each other.
Chance off the back foot here. Thinks about it and then comes back out of the D. Really wants to get in there. You want to be aiming to get it on the foot. You want a bit more confidence to get the shot off. In the end, the ball goes astray. Manon Simmons the target. Yeah, absolutely, David. I agree with you. It's great to hear the umpires in full communication with each other during the game. What other advantages are there of that, do you think?
Well, probably a tournament in this level, of course, people back home watching or wherever you're watching it, you're understanding why decisions are being made. But in particular, it goes to show that they're also watching for each other's halves. The way it works out sometimes, umpires, if you take a line from the top left flag and run it across the pitch to the bottom right flag, that's how they patrol their area. But if they're also able to help one out, if they can't actually see it, then it's great to hear them talking to each other.
It certainly is, and Michel Meister, the German umpire closest to us, and Claire Adnaud of France on the far touchline, give us a good example of that. Belgium still in possession here, still no goals. Inside the final 6 minutes now of this first half. Belgium in search for those first World Cup points. Belgium, who lost 4-3 to New Zealand in their opening game. They also lost 4-0 to the Netherlands. Another loss to Australia, 3-2. And then went down 4-2 to Korea in the game just ahead of this a couple of days ago. 15 goals conceded, 7 goals for. As we say, looking to up their ranking, really 12th at the moment. Japan ranked 3 places ahead of them in 9th. That one's gone off into the crowd. Little souvenir for someone. Don't think it's taking anyone's front teeth out. Yeah, ball just comes back on, and gentleman there just to the right-hand side, very kindly giving it back to one of the ball girls here, who are doing a superb job as well, the ball boys and the ball girls in this tournament. Fantastic to have them patrolling the sidelines, keeping the flow going, keeping the momentum going of these games. There's never really too much hesitation. They're normally in the right place at the right time to put the ball on the line and keep play fast flowing. Here come Belgium again, Bone now. That's the pass, into the D, carries the tackle, oh, wild swing. Not sure about that first one. She must have made some sort of contact as the second play comes across the face of goal, and could have easily got a deflection there off that shot from Van Lint. I think the Japanese player here wearing the first of those shots.
No, did she heal someone or no? No.
Let's have another look at this in slow motion this time.
I think Nomura just feeling the brunt of the follow-through there, potentially onto the hand as the initial strike came in. Sometimes it's a difficult situation as a defender, as a player, if you find yourself coming in the wrong side to which the swing, just there, the downswing catching her hand. Good advantage to play for the referee, though, the ball falling kindly again, and found herself getting the shot across, but no one again to touch it in on the back post there. It's the best chance so far for Belgium.
Certainly was. Anouk Ras was the closest to getting the deflection in front of the goalkeeper. Again, some more defensive work here now for Japan to do. Nellen picks up the play. Can't get it past Nakagawa, the captain. Japan still hacking away here, trying to work the ball back, and that's a good smooth tackle from Manabe, but the one before was adjudged to be a foul. The ball comes into the D again, deflected away for a long corner. It hadn't gone 5 before it came into the D. That's De Vos that's gone down.
Okay.
Charlotte De Vos, the captain. Where did she catch this one? Right, it's just on the bottom left of your picture. It's the sort of physicality we want to see. Everything on the line for this crunch game. Whoever loses this game will finish bottom of the pile, will finish bottom of Pool A, and they'll be playing for 11th and 12th place. That game to be played on Tuesday. A win for Belgium, well, quite simply will take them above their opponents. And for Japan, well, a draw will do it. When you look at it and put it in perspective, the sides playing to world ranking, Belgium as we said, 12th. Japan, who you'd expect to win this game, 9th, and there was a moment where the coach had his heart in his hands and was about to eat it. 2 minutes 15 left on the clock.
Thank you.
Kasahara with the restart. Reverse stick comes in, it's bobbled unfortunately, and now the Japanese get a shot off. Penalty corner. There was a save in there from the Hague, but the Japanese getting their first penalty corner of the game. Let's see if they can convert it.
Persistence paying off. It's a good initial kick from the keeper, and unfortunately finding a foot there at Phobe. Drawing the penalty corner, but it's just initially from Stephanie de Grove's inability to throw the intended high ball, which she wanted to, the aerial ball, and from that free hit resulting in the ball making its way into that circle, the reverse stick coming off and then coming high back off the goalkeeper and into the foot of one of her defenders.
You're just switching on, it's not a horror movie. Those are the protective face masks that the players use these days to defend the goal and keep the ball out. That's Belgium's task here as we approach half-time. What a time to strike this would be for Japan. First penalty corner. Oikawa steps up. Ball comes out, and I think there's an early break there, was there? There was. And it was from Simmons. So she will now have to go to the halfway line, and Belgium will now have just 3 outfield defenders and the goalkeeper on the line to defend. There's the early break.
There's a bit of a stutter over the line, resulted in another penalty corner, but also only defending with 3. It's interesting to see what the Japanese do now to exploit the extra space.
Well, they might slip it here. Another early break this time. And I think they're going to have a word here. Was there a fake injection there? No, says the umpire. And unbelievable.
I don't think I've seen this before.
Stephanie de Groove this time breaks early. A long time early as well on that one.
Stop. That's one single move, okay?
You can just hear the umpire there just having a word with the injector to say no stop starts or dummies, just to go with one simple action and one simple movement.
3 in a row. Place your bets now.
15 seconds in the halftime. Yeah.
Oikawa from the head of the D. A little slip and then slaps it. It's come up off the goalkeeper.
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's only dangerous. She can't score a goal, okay? She can't score a goal when it's too high, but it's only danger what I have to judge, okay? No. Yeah. It wasn't too high. Yeah, that is okay, but she can only score a goal fine when it's no danger for you, you know? Okay?
Well, the players just having the danger rule explained to them there by Michelle Meister. They can, of course, refer if they want to. The coach there, very adamant that they go for the video referral. They weren't listening to him. They were too busy chatting back to Michelle Meister there.
No, both of you have to go behind the middle line. Come on. I know the rules, but Hey, listen to me. I'm instructed to do it like this. I'm instructed to do it like this, okay? I know the rules. No, I know the rules. No, I'm instructed like this, okay? For what? No, I was looking at the side. Sorry.
Well, some confusion here at the end of this one, and you can understand partly what the Belgians are discussing there as well. They're just confused why they don't have 4 defenders back for this follow-up penalty corner. It's the last play of the half. Oikawa again set at the head of the D. Went for a slap hit last time round. And here's the next penalty corner. It's a dummy slip this time.
Brilliantly defended.
Picked well by one of the 2 only defenders there that Belgium had. We'll go in at the half. Japan 0, Belgium 0.
Interesting decision for Japan here. They went to go for a slap with an intended open side deflection. Belgium doing the right call, not sending the first runner right to the top of the circle to create space in behind and holding almost like a small box formation tight to the goalkeeper, and the 3 of them working hard and well to do so.
Well, for me, that was a missed opportunity for Japan. They had 10 players around the D for that final penalty corner and elected to go for the shot instead of playing it around the 3 defenders that Belgium had. They didn't really do their maths there, but they'll be back to do it all again in the second half. Borta coming onto the pitch from the Cheeky little sprinkler system we've got here at the Greenfields Arena. At half-time, it's Japan 0, Belgium 0. Nil-nil at half-time between Japan and Belgium in their final pool match of the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. No goals to report, sadly. 0-0, Japan with the best of the chances in the first half. We'll take you through those first half highlights now. That a crunch ball across from Kasahara. The deflection almost going goal bound. It was Nishimura who was at full stretch to try and tip it in. Again, another counter-attack, this time down the left-hand flank. Again, the cross coming across the face of goal, and this time the chance fell to Otsuka. Both those the key chances for Japan, ranked higher than Belgium to take the lead in this final pool game. Belgium up the other end, meanwhile. Bit of a wild swing there from Van Lint, but eventually the cross came across the face of goal. And Anouk Ras unable to get a touch on it, so the deflection very much the way we're going to see a goal scored in this game, I think. Certainly from the highlights we've seen in that first half.
We have to do it like this. Yeah, I know.
Other than that, not much to report. Handful of penalty corners at the end, 2 for Japan. None yet for Belgium in this game. A look there too at the possession, and that's staggering, isn't it? But Belgium with 63% of the time spent in their opposition half. 5 circle penetrations coming from that, but it's Japan with the 4 shots. And Stocky and the cheerleaders there just keeping the crowd going here at half-time as the water comes on. And here's how things look in the table. The Netherlands have completed that game now against Korea, so our 2 confirmed semi-finalists will be Netherlands and Australia. New Zealand having to settle for 3rd. Korea currently in 4th, and below them Japan and Belgium. Ways to get in touch as well, if you're into your social media, at FIH_hockey and Facebook.com/FIHockey if you want any behind-the-scenes photos, fans, the players, taster of some of the atmosphere. And we can head down now pitch side, where we join Simon Mason, who's got the Belgian coach alongside him.
Pascal, a game of limited chances so far.
Yes, you're right. I think we're doing well in the first half to dominate the game on the ball. But I think in the 25 we need to be more aggressive and a little bit more direct. That must be the difference in the second half.
And getting towards the end of this pool competition, the girls' belief not as high as you might like?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Towards the end of this, the pool stages, the girls' belief a little bit below where you would like?
No, I think the girls are full of passion. I play with a lot of conviction this game again, and we will do it till the end. We're here to learn. For sure, we would have liked to have another result in some games, but we're a young team, we're under 21, and what happens here, I expected a little bit.
And finally, that young team, the experience your girls gain at a tournament like this is incredible.
Yes, I think they're really doing well. I have 2 girls from 16, 3 from 18, and they're doing really great, and it's hopeful for the future.
That's fantastic to see. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also got 8 players with over 100 caps, so a nice mixture there of young and experienced, enjoying their World Cup, but having to take, well, a few steep learning lessons along the way. Thanks as always for the half-time entertainment. Cheerleaders making their way to the sidelines to get the crowd going in the second half. Second half which gets underway in just a moment. Take your seats. It'll be Belgium to get us going in the second half. 0-0 here. Japan with the best of the chances in the first half. No goals as yet, though. Let's hope that changes in the next 35 minutes. Belgium then to get us underway in the second half. 0-0 here against Japan. Japan just 1 place higher than them in Pool A on 1 point. Belgium looking to pick up their first point. This game 5 for both teams. A win essential for Belgium if they're to progress through and play for 9th and 10th. Remember, whoever finishes bottom of the pool will be playing for 11th and 12th. Still rather muggy conditions out there for the players to contend with this afternoon. Huge game later this evening for the Belgian men. They face England in what has been labelled a quarter-final, because the winner will go through and qualify second in the men's pool. Australia already going through. There's a few umbrellas start to go up, signs that there's a storm brewing. Belgium come forward down the left-hand flank then. This is Bone. Her brother will be playing later in the men's team. And there's a cross in from her that is picked up off by Nakagawa's stick. David Hart alongside me will get your thoughts on how both sides went around and approached the first half. We'll just focus on this attack first from Belgium. Ball comes into the D, little deflection there.
Touch.
Super touch in front of the goalkeeper. It's come up off Sinia, the Belgian number 14, and we have our first goal of this game. Japan 0, Belgium 1.
Fantastic goal from Belgian ladies here. Beautiful little deft touch, reverse deflection. Goalkeeper seeing it the whole way, managing to beat her on the near post. Don't think she'll be too happy with that outcome. Probably this is just managed to get through the legs there. Beautiful camera angle there from inside the goal.
Yeah, it certainly is. Great to have access to that as well. You really do get to analyse more specifically what went wrong. And that time, well, just going through the keeper's legs. And Yoshigawa not able to shut those pads together in time. For Belgium, then the lead. And remember what that means. That means they pick up all 3 points, and Japan would finish bottom of the table. Super start to the second half for Belgium. Let's reflect a little on the first half, things that both sides did well or didn't do well.
Both sides did well in the first half. Had, you know, decent possession, in particular the Belgian side, but then outcomes weren't as great. The Japanese ladies didn't actually have as much possession as the Belgian side, and yet were more accurate and had a few more efforts on goal. So I think, as you heard the coach there, Pascal Kina, in the second half, he wants his girls to go a bit more direct and be a bit more clinical, and I think that's what we're seeing, those direct balls that were really causing havoc in the Japanese defence and leading to the opening goal.
Nishimura comes crashing down, and Japan have a free hit. Restart is just inside their own half. First touch just getting away from Otter a little. And Japan just spreading the play. Manabe. Nomura can't find a way through. Otsuka as well, also struggling. It'll be a 16-yard hit. Belgian ball. Brought down by Fobe, and just needed to get a touch on that, I think, Otter, to make sure. It means it's a long corner for Belgium. Tentatively dragging a few players up for this next attack. Onto the reverse stick from Puvres, one of the other young 16-year-olds in Pascal Kina's side. Oh. Good control, good passage of play this for Belgium. In no hurry here, but confidently holding onto the ball and making the passes. Players linking up, and there's a reverse stick pick, this time from Guerniers. Long corner. Guerniers again in possession. And has it pinched off her. Now Japan go. Ono down the left flank, looking to come in field. Wasn't the best option, had 4 black shirts to try and get it through, but just forcing the free hit. Nomura comes out. Manabe. Crossfield to Oikawa. Good footwork to get her feet around that from Otter and down that left-hand flank. Nakagawa is in there scrapping for the ball, but Belgium come away with it on the counter-attack. Strong step from Manabe, and in the process, Emma Puvre has gone down.
Okay. okay?
You could see the intention. She was just looking to get a bit of a reverse stick kind of touch or nip to get it past the Japanese defender there. But unfortunately, clashing pretty heavily on that left shoulder of hers.
Yeah, she's holding it and comes off. Bone has come on in as a replacement. Well, that's the level of passion you have to show as a defender, isn't it? You have to go in fully committed, and sometimes it ends up with players going to ground, and there's a Japanese player this time that sinks to her knees as Belgium come forward. Van Lint down the left-hand side. Some more defensive work for Japan to do here. They conceded early on in this second half. Belgium scoring through Emily Sinia.
Bit of the magic spray coming up, might help her out. But it was also evident today in the men's game, Australia v India. Good few injuries being picked up, and it's not great to see midway during the tournament. We hope for all the best for those recovery to move into the crucial phase of the tournament. But as Pascal kind of mentioned, this young group that the Belgian side have, 2 16-year-olds, a couple of 18-year-olds. What a feeling to be playing in your first World Cup.
Incredible. And the advantage of that will pay off in World Cups to come. That's the hope for Belgium as Japan get into the shooting circle. But just falling onto the ball there. Otsuka with the chance. You could argue teams like England, who have had a shocking World Cup over in Pool B, no points from it, haven't necessarily been generating those younger players or giving them the big game experience, well, until it's too late. Relying heavily on those senior, more experienced players, and then sort of as they're phasing out as it is, coming to the end of their career, or playing career at least, they've got no one to turn to.
That's very true, and depending on the training load or training effect it has on players these days, with the amount of competitions, the amount of matches being played, not only for internationally but also say your club sides and so on, it really does, you know, have an effect on your ability to keep going and sustain that fitness level.
Floated ball in behind, Arai into the D, it's a free hit just outside. Came off the Groof's foot. Free hit has to be taken from this dotted area now. And if you need hockey, they can't go directly into the circle. There was a pass there in before, which allowed Japan to sneak in behind. Mizuki Arai with the final touch. Long corner again. And this again, just to move the Belgium defence around. Oikawa with the route one ball. Deflection comes up and a chance for an equaliser. Japan have done it. They've got one back. It's Akaya Nishimura with an equaliser for Japan. It's Japan 1, Belgium 1.
I was surprised how much space the big tall figure, number 9 there for Oikawa, had to pick her pass, brought it right up to the 23, eventually striking off a Belgian player before being brilliantly finished by number 15 there, Nishimura. Just coming up with the stick of the Belgian defender. Raise and then expertly finished over the keeper's shoulder on the reverse stick side. A fantastic finish into the net.
Excellent stuff. 2 goals in the second half. Up and running. There's the second. Nishimura scoring on 44 minutes. Floodlights just coming on here as well. It's got dark all of a sudden in the last 10 minutes or so since half-time. So the floodlights coming on. No sign of those storms which we were promised late on. Those may well affect the final game of the day between Belgium men and England's men. That for a place in the semi-finals. These two playing for the wooden spoon in women's Pool B, or sorry, Pool A. Pool B down there is England's women, of course. South Africa also at the foot of the table on 3 points. Germany 4 points. Another chance there inside the D. Some pressure here from Japan, and the reverse stick hit away from Van Lint. Sideline ball for Japan. USA, of course, the surprise package of Pool B. Both them and Argentina on 10 points with 1 game to play tomorrow.
That direct ball into the circle again. Keeper had to come and claim it. It looks like things struck off the body of the Japanese striker there, so potentially should have been the free out. But just as you touched on there, Michael, talking about world rankings, many teams at this tournament haven't actually played to their rankings, whether it's either good performances or under par performances. You mentioned the English ladies, of course, ranked 3 in the world, not playing to their world ranking. Argentina men ranked 11th currently after beating Germany and a whole host of other teams ahead of them.
Shot from outside the D won't count despite going in the back of the goal. The 3 very excited fans behind the goal, up, and 3 more very excited fans there, keeping the atmosphere alive here at the Greenfield Stadium. In the park beside us, the atmosphere building as well for that clash of the Titans later. And here's a chance, one-on-one for Arai at the back. No advantage played there, it's such a shame. Shame the umpire didn't let that one go. Mizuki Arai had the better of a defender and called back for this free hit just inside the 23. First time ball's a goodie. Slap in, takes a deflection for a long corner. Goals from Emily Sinia then on 37 minutes for Belgium, and an equaliser from Nishimura, bringing this game to light in the second half. Fairly evenly balanced first half, possession-wise, chances-wise. Japan probably with the better of those, and here's another one for them. Another one high, and the whistle had gone. There was danger just in front of the goalkeeper.
Did you run to it?
Going to video referral.
Danger, but no, deflection, you stick, my. Danger, you want to refer? Do you want to refer? Okay.
And obviously there's the language barrier to contend with here between the Japanese and the French umpire, Claire Adnot. What's the question?
What is the question? Question. You need to give me a question. Sorry? Dangerous from Belgium. What you say? I asked for danger from Belgium. I asked danger from Belgium. What did you say?
Just a translation here. That's...
Eyeball. Okay? Did you... Okay, Claire, I'm looking for danger, okay?
It's a cultural thing here as well, where, you know, some of the Asian teams, you know, to question the authority of an umpire, it's something new that they're having to get used to.
Certainly sometimes goes against what they've done, but I think what they were looking for, initially the ball comes across this time around and it strikes a Japanese player quite high, so it's not dangerous there, but then it's put up high there by that player number 9, Van Lind. So that's what they're looking for. Most of the time though, if you're really unsure of a question, for example, in terms of language wise and so on, what they probably would eventually ask for is it should be a short corner. You know, what your question is, is it a short corner? And from there, I think
Then ends up in the back of the goal. Had there been an advantage, but the umpire blown up for danger the other way, off the Japanese touch that played into the ground just there, but then definitely 100% up into the face of Yuda. Here's where it comes up.
There, I have
it
a
actually goes down into the turf.
The danger came from the Japan stick. Their decision to free out. Japan lose their referral.
So it's that
keep my decision. And Japan lose the referral. Okay? That's right.
Yeah, just let the girls clarify that. So it's that first hit that has come in and adjudged to be a little bit high and dangerous before it took the deflection into the turf, and then before the Belgian player played it up into the Japanese number 22, Yuda. Japan will restart after that video referral. It's a video referral they didn't get right, so also losing their referral in the process. Belgium still have theirs, can use that as and when they like in this second half. Much better, much more free-flowing second half as well. Exciting stuff in game 27, the final pool game between Japan and Belgium.
Both sides at halftime probably realizing they have to come out in this second half and really produce some sort of attacking style hockey. As we see the rain coming down here, a few ponchos out in show.
obviously able to keep up to date with everything else that's happening around the hockey park via the Rabobank Hockey World Cup app, which is pretty useful, particularly when there's games going on side by side. Netherlands have already seen their women beat Korea today by 3-0. Now we're back to see another surprise on the cards here, though, with Belgium ranked 3 places higher than Japan. They're in 12th, Japan 9th. These two just going on as even at the moment. 1 goal apiece. Ball won back on the head of the D by Japan. Ono now, aerial ball. Some distance on that. Lovely vision. Plays in Nagai. Good work back too from Garniers. Bone comes in field, jabs the ball back. Now Belgium have a few numbers forward. Bone just getting stuck with the ball underneath her feet. And the final pass wasn't well executed, but Reyes is there. Bone out now to the left-hand flank. Little floated ball forward to Versavel. Free hit outside on the dotted line. Japan get back, looking to defend their feet. Flat sticks, denying any access into the D. Touch was looking for Nellen, but couldn't find anything. It's Arai now who's back, and well, Japan sitting very deep. Not too many attacking options, gives Belgium a chance to move the ball around. Phobe. Route 1 ball, took a little deflection from a Japanese stick. It'll be a long corner. Simmons, quickest to react and wants to get things underway again. On the backhand. Just tapped away by Manabe. Good skill set.
Very much so. The cross was good, but Manabe's choice of how to defend that situation was very well done. Sometimes if you go to try trap that dead, it can pop up off your stick or come off your stick and onto your foot. So showing a good bit of experience and a good bit of control to take a first-time approach to it and just deflecting it out of the circle.
I've actually noticed that more and more at this World Cup, specifically that first-time touch away inside the D. Lots of teams using that tactic.
Could be down to the new artificial turf that's been put down as well. Obviously, as a pitch gets older and more played upon and more trodden on, then the bounce obviously isn't as high, but you can see out here the ball is really flying across these beautiful pitches here. So players probably opting for that decision.
Yeah, whizzing around. Belgium looking for a second as the rain just gets a touch harder. A few more brollies going up, a few more ponchos going on. The Belgian fans undercover there opposite us here in the commentary box. They'll be all right. Nomura under a bit of pressure there, and Belgium gather it back, but not for long. Interception came from the guy, found the foot, got the restart, and there was another important tackle. Well, Belgium were through there, had it not hit Ono. And eventually come away with possession as well. Belgium unlucky there.
I think Belgium, by the sound of their crowd, and also the team that protesting potentially for penalty corner there. Japanese defender getting nice and low, but a bit too low, and almost putting their body, the full body behind it.
So a draw here would mean Belgium finish bottom of the pool, but would pick up their first World Cup point. That's certainly something that they've got to see as a plus, a positive. Oh, harsh tackle from Bone. She's going to be penalised for that, and she's going to get a card. Yep, it's a green. 2 minutes in the sin bin. Off she trots. That 2 minute starts as soon as she takes her seat. That's why she's legging it as fast as she can. In the meantime, her teammate DeVos comes forward, fancies it one-on-one at the back. DeVos all the way, takes the shot herself, and a great save from the Japanese goalkeeper. Yoshikawa, with that left mitt, takes it out for a long corner. What a run, though, from Charlotte DeVos, the captain, leading by example and getting a shot off, despite being down to 10 men.
Really opened up for her there, didn't it? Even though despite being down to 10 with the confirmation of Jill Boone's Bones, green card there for 2 minutes. DeVos, Pearson run straight through the middle. I think she probably couldn't believe her luck.
Yeah, just opened up for her, and again her cross comes in and almost finds Sinia, the goal scorer. Scored on 37 minutes for Belgium. Here's another look at that chance.
DeVos Upton, keeper doing very well. Stayed balanced, getting a big left-hand strong glove behind it and put it away to safety.
Oh, well, you heard that from here. That's gone in to the number 9, Van Lint. She has just taken that one. You heard the sound of the crowd reacting to it. We certainly heard it up here and on our microphones. .16 minutes left to play. Japan won, Belgium won. Belgium still with their video referral intact. Had a great chance as well through Charlotte DeVos just moments ago. Chance to make it 2-1. Not too many chances for Japan in the second half. Best of those chances coming in the first half for Otsuka and Nishimura, both with deflection efforts. Couldn't get anything on it though, unfortunately. Couldn't steer it goal bound. Just Nishimura's goal on 44 minutes to level things up. That one was well taken. Right then, Japan with numbers forward. All about keeping a cool, calm head here. They're going to get a shot off, at least get into the D. And 1-2 and support on the far post. And slipped on the turf, it looked like, from Otsuka. It goes for a long corner, so I'm thinking there was a defensive touch in here. That's the only way it would be a long corner. She can't have skied it that badly.
I thought the diving effort for her first time open side slap, I thought it looked like she just got underneath it a bit. But as you mentioned, definitely must have come off a defensive stick or something and went for a long corner.
Japanese coach Sung Jin-yu watches on, as do a few brave fans that are still sitting out there in the uncovered seats. First free hit goes Japan's way. Still the rain continues to come down. Never nice playing in these wet, muggy conditions. Won't be surprised if we get a fair bit of thunder or if the wind starts to get up a little, as it was forecast to. Really sets the scene for this evening's final game in Pool B. In Pool A in the men's half of the draw between Belgium and England. There's an indication of how windy it is out there and just how wet it is as well. At least the fans are still smiling. Let's have another look at this chance from Japan. Hitting the baseline here, and it's this first-time effort sliding in.
It was very well done there. Defending player Alex Guernier. Doing very well to get back with a reverse stick, jab tackle. Just putting that Japanese player off, which would have been an open strike.
Yeah, crucial touch. Japan come forward again. Nice passage of play from them. They've certainly taken a little bit of rhythm and confidence from that most recent effort. And now they've earned a free hit just outside the circle. Japan looking for more points. Final 3 would certainly put the icing on the cake for their tournament. They can't catch New Zealand or Korea, who are both ahead of them on 7 points. Netherlands and Australia, as we know, both qualify now for the semi-finals. Play waved on there as Otsuka keeping a strong body position. Nagagawa comes away with it, and she's actually having to backpedal into her own half. Belgium regather, now with possession. Not too much support, so well noticed. Great run. Be a long corner. Great anticipation as well to get that early shot in. Sadly, well, it was up, and it's adjudged to have come off a Japanese stick, so it'll be a Belgian ball. Again, no lack of confidence there from Louise Versavel, the number 16. Quite happy to run at players and taking advantage of the self-pass. Van Lint now down the left flank. There comes the reverse step cross. In will be another long corner. Belgium persistent down that left-hand flank again, as they were in the first half. Ball off a Japanese foot that time. Oh dear, that's another dangerous one up. And again, it's hit a player. This time it's hit the Japanese player's hand there, number 15. Nishimura, the goal scorer, came up here, centre of your picture.
You can see Stephanie de Groot's intention, looking to play a direct sliding kind of ball in, but unfortunately just coming up out of the stick, and unfortunately finding what looks to be the wrist or arm of number 15, Nishimura.
Well, she's still on the pitch. That's always a good sign. Flag, also multi-purpose blanket. Very good. That's what it's all about, the evolution. Is it something you take note of as a player? You probably don't underneath your goalkeeping kit, but the weather coming down, that sort of change of condition?
It can have an effect, depending where you are in the world, what exactly is going on. When you're in Ireland, for the likes, if you're playing in winter-wise, you have to contend with a bit of snow, a bit of sleet, which is always difficult, hailstones perhaps, but thankfully under the cosy helmet there and the rest of the kit, goalkeepers are usually kept warm enough. But it can do, I think what's happening now is quite good for the game, in the fact that the rain's coming out and might actually relieve a bit of that humidity and that heaviness that's out there. The only bad thing is rain like this can also have an effect on how slippy the pitch is in terms of trying to keep your foot in, but on top of that, the holding of the stick, depending on what kind of grip you have, so it makes it a bit more difficult for the players out there.
On top of that as well, if it rains too much, it might make the turf slightly heavier as well, which will take down the ball speed of this game, which we certainly don't want. Rain okay at the moment. Some relief for the players that have been staggering around in the first half in the heat, but 1-1 it remains, 10 minutes to play. Belgium again just being patient in the build-up, choosing the right time to go. Life slided ball. Nice pace to this from Belgium. This build-up, there's a cross-field ball, and well, it was led towards the head of the D. Pouvret was there, and there's the coach's reaction to that. He knows that was a really good chance. Why did she let that go? She stopped her lead run towards the ball.
Pouvret and Versavel happened to find themselves in a similar area in the circle, both potentially thinking that one might lead towards the ball and eventually finding nobody.
Nellen's ball in, advantage played. Well, that's the boos from the Belgian contingent who thought Versavel was fouled there inside the D. A few spaces just opening up here, though. There's certainly a Japanese foot there. Came off Nagai.
Just looking below in front of us here in the commentary box, the amount of substitutions that are still going on and on. It's a fair reflection of how much effort and work rate both teams are putting into this. But one thing to me that always strikes every time I watch the Belgian women play is it's very often that most players, except the goalkeeper, would rotate and would come off every now and then. But the likes of Stephanie de Groot, which is key figure, of course, in the Belgian side, plays 70 minutes almost every game. I think she came off once in the Australia match, and only because it was a slight injury after receiving a ball, as she was a postman on a penalty corner there. So I think her fitness levels must be pretty high.
Just a small stoppage in play whilst the Japanese keeper re-pads up. Something was loose there, something wasn't quite right, some strapping, and she's just putting that back together. Yuka Yoshikawa in goal today for Japan. Time for a bit of singing in the rain.
Okay, everything's good, everything's good.
So call me baby. Belgium enjoying the possession in the last 5-minute spell. Let's see if Japan can put something together in these final few minutes. 8.5 minutes left to play. Japan won, Belgium won. Belgium going ahead on 37 minutes through Emily Sinia. And then Ayaka Nishimura, Japanese number 15, equalising on 44 minutes. Again, just worth mentioning how important this game is. Both sides at the bottom of Pool A. A draw won't do Belgium any favours. Japan would finish on 2 points, Belgium would finish on 1 point, and then would therefore play in the 11th and 12th place game on Thursday. See if there's any more surprises inside the final few minutes. Belgium forward, interception here, that's a good start for Japan. Nagai comes with it. Now we've got some counter-attack movement down the right-hand flank and some space in the circle here, looking for the winner now, Japan. It comes their way, oh no! Is it coming off the body, off the stick? It's been given. I thought she was going to make a meal of that. Somehow it's crossed the line and Japan lead. Japan 2, Belgium 1.
From our view here, I actually thought it struck the player on the back of the head or some part of her body and made its way over the line, but umpires obviously deemed that the diving player in your screen there was able to get something on it. It's good patience on the baseline here. Got the head up, another quick look, not much pressure, ball came across and there. Oh, it's a fantastic finish.
Yeah, I've got to say, from our angle, it looked like she headed it in, but it's Akane Shibata with what could be the winning goal in this game between Japan and Belgium.
Shibata has just batted that one into the back of the goal and put her team in front here. Brilliant finish and good commitment again shown by the Japanese player.
And she's hopped off as well, damaging that right leg in the process. Let's hope she's okay for the remainder of the tournament. One game still to play, but at the moment, it'll be for 9th and 10th place for Japan.
Probably expect to see Belgium are going to try up their tempo here. Really have to try and get at least one goal back, if not looking to still go for that win, but just under 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, got to give it their all here. No harm in pushing everyone forward. There is the goal scorer, Akane Shibata, just receiving some medical attention. Now, Belgium come forward again. Had that great chance, which fell to De Vos. Forced the save from Yoshikawa. That's probably the best chance of the half for Belgium. Still got a bit of life left in it, this game. Yeah, no messing about. Have that. Ono thumping it down the pitch. And might see a card here. Ono, goalkeeping change.
No, I think Belgium are opting to go for what's known as a kicking back situation. The goalkeeper comes off. And the outfielders are creased to 11. With one of those players wearing a bib, as you can see here, Stephanie Ducrove. She's allowed to use her feet as a goalkeeper inside the circle, as she is recognised now as a designated goalkeeper, if you will. Goalkeeper who leaves the pitch, leaves her helmet behind the goal in case it goes to a penalty corner or penalty stroke, where that player wearing the bib must don the helmet.
All in the name of safety. There's a ball straight off the other end, and important now that Belgium hold on to possession as and when they have it. They've given it straight back to Japan, and well, that just means Japan can play out a few more seconds in this phase of play. Manabe. Now Belgium have it back. In the midfield, Nellen. Peeled out from Anouk. There's De Groef at the back. That great distribution that she's got. Phobe.
When a team opts to go for this kicking back option, just allows obviously a bit of an overload with an extra player.
Great defending at the top of the D. The guy just playing games down there. In the end, having to concede the sideline ball. Quick restart from Belgium, thirsty to get it into the circle. A free hit just outside comes their way. inside the final 5 minutes now. Japan 2, Belgium 1. Belgium, remember, with that kicking back. There's the Groove in the bright green bib with those kicking back duties, but also holding central defence. They can push right forward here, but, well, as you'd have thought, Japan sitting as deep as they possibly can. It's up to Belgium to get it up into the attacking quarter and into the circle to try and create a shooting opportunity of sorts. Nellen thinks about it, goes on the backhand again, it comes into the D. Here's a chance for the equaliser! Oh, what a beauty! Oh, yes! Manon Simmons gets one back for Belgium. It's Japan 2, Belgium 2. This one going to the wire.
That's a fantastic finish. It's just curious now, will the Belgian side stick with playing this kicking back? It's a great trap initially there, Simons, and then finding the way over the head of the goalkeeper high into the net, much to the delight of her and her fellow teammates. A fantastic finish, almost a bunt-like finish.
Well, you won't find a classier finish than that. Belgium back in this game. A draw won't be enough, but one more goal here will. Simmons scoring on 67 seconds, 67 minutes. Brings the Belgian crowd back to life. They have kept the kicking back on, incidentally, Belgium. Just over 3 minutes left to play. Now spurred on by the travelling fans that have come here to The Hague to see the Red Panthers in action. They'll go straight from this game to the England-Belgium men's game. And what a victory would do here, upsetting the Japanese. Tense times in the dugout for Belgium. Guerniers can't get a touch on it. Means Japan have the ball and have possession on the halfway line. A draw will do it for Japan. Means that Belgium can afford to give chase, and Bone and De Vos both going high. Chance to get some pressure now. Oikawa feeling the cop and takes another couple of seconds off, having seen the ball go into touch. Oikawa to the air this time. And Shibata just getting hit in the head there. Time will come off the clock.
I think there could be a bit of a head injury here. Looks like there's some blood, all right, yeah.
Yeah, it's just to the top of the head. It made contact with...
Looks like the butt of the stick has come down.
The stick, you're right.
It's the Belgian player looking to reach and try and intercept that aerial ball high above her head, and it's just, unfortunately, the trailing butt of the stick, which has just made its way onto the top of the head, the Japanese player there. Shibata, the goal scorer, of course.
Just over 2 minutes left to play. We'll pick up with possession just inside the Japanese half. Belgium in the all-black, attacking that goal that you can see away to your right-hand side, though. Japan come away with a counter-attack chance. They're throwing numbers forward and going in search of the winner themselves. Straight back up the other end. For Saville, 10 stuff this. Nellen now. Pulling it out to this right-hand flank, comes back into the D. Umpire didn't like it. And there's a look at Ayaka Nishimura, who has that cut to the top of her head. Scored on 44 minutes to level things after Emily Sinia scored on 37 minutes. Then Japan took the lead through Akane Shibata before Manon Simmons equalised for Belgium on 67 minutes. We're inside the final minute and a half of play now. Belgium coming forward again. This time it's Nellen that plays the ball square, kept in by Phoebe. First time ball into the D, this for the winner, onto the back foot, takes the shot, it's a wild swing, it was a little touch from the defender though, and still Belgium power forward looking for the winner, penalty corner. Super work from Belgium to force the penalty corner, and now a chance to take all 3 points and finish ahead of Japan in the pool.
Saville doing very well. Persistency is key here. She didn't give up after her initial strike. Didn't make good contact with the ball. Again, just flicking it high enough for the defender's leg there. Giving the umpire obviously no other decision than to award penalty corner. She did very well to find the leg there of Benebe. And now they have Stephanie de Grove, but you won't be able to miss her wearing that brightly coloured bib on her with a ferocious slap.
Well, maybe it's to identify that she could well be the goal scorer, the winner here today. It doesn't come her way. It goes to the head of the D and a straight flick, but a good save to deny that flick from de Schumacher. Well, it doesn't look as it's going to be for Belgium. That was their last real bite of the cherry, and a good save from Yoshikawa to deny Belgium in the final minute.
Crucial save from the Japanese goalkeeper.
One final play here, though. Can they get the ball into the D? Japanese had backed off. Final few seconds, just smack it in. The hooter goes and beats Belgium to it. So honours even, 2-2 on the day, and it means that Japan finish ahead of Belgium. Belgium, despite the effort here, pick up their first World Cup point, but finish bottom of Pool A with just that 1 point. There's a look at the final save, that important save for Yuka Yoshikawa. The most important save of her day, maybe of her career.
Very much so. Interesting decision from the Belgian coach to opt to go to the Schiermacher, where we've seen throughout the tournament they've used gone to the first castle or the first trapper, and Stephanie de Croof has been able to unleash what is known as a lethal, almost disguise-like slap.
Well, she wasn't able to do that. So our final score here on pitch 2, Japan 2, Belgium 2. And of course over on pitch 1 at 7:45 local time, Belgium take on England in men's Pool A. That for a place in the semi-finals. Now Japan finish 5th in this group. They'll cross over and play their 9th, 10th game against whoever the opposition is on Friday the 13th of June. Belgium ahead of them on Thursday the 12th of June. Will play for 11th and 12th. Japanese just going over there to go and thank their fans. And let's get some reaction now from the Japanese coach, Song Jin-yu.
Coach Yu, a 2-2 draw, two close teams, your thoughts?
Yes, I really wanted the 3 point. I wanted a win, but I'm satisfied. Now we are positioned fifth, so I really thank you for the girls. They worked very hard. Yep.
And that's the end of the pool phase. What was your target for this tournament?
Yes, actually our target was 6, but now we are the 9 to 10. So we try to get the win, and then we are positioning 9.
Okay, so how do you prepare for that last game?
Yes, this tournament is the last match for us, so we are really hard to say, worked very hard, and then we are together, and then last we have the confidence, and then we are our harmony, and then unit, and then our teamwork. We all the best, and then to get 9th place.
Congratulations. Thanks so far for your participation in this Rabobank Hockey World Cup.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yep.
Well, Japan, who are ranked 9th in the world, playing for 9th and 10th on Friday. Belgium, sadly, they gave it their all. Let's hear from Jill Bond now, who's pitch side.
Jill, that's 5 hard games, just 1 point. What positives do you take forward?
Well, besides the game of today, I think we grow during the tournament. But today was too much. We lost the ball a lot, and we ran after it, and it was really difficult to keep the level high. And I think we played our worst game towards the end, and that's a little bit of a pity because we did well for the rest of the tournament. We really grew, and we gained some experience too, but today just a huge disappointment, more than the other game, because we lost it today, and that's really a pity.
And at halftime, your coach spoke about the young players in your team. How great an experience is it for them?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of talent, and it takes some time to get there, and we are close, and I'm sure you will hear about those young players in the future, and we will get there soon, but it's a long way, and now we are just really disappointed.
And so going forward to the last game of the competition, there's still some passion and some excitement in the team to come.
Yeah, for sure. We agreed together to play every game as it was our last, and to give everything we have in ourselves and in the team, and we'll do so against England, I guess, and we'll go for the win like we did in every game.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Simon Mason asking the questions pitch side. Gilbone there confident that the young Belgian team can still take something away from this World Cup. They've picked up their first World Cup point. There they are at the bottom of the table, though, playing for 11th and 12th. Get confirmation of who that's against tomorrow when the Pool B games round up. But the Netherlands and Australia going through to the semi-final. The Netherlands having beaten Korea by 3-0 earlier today. Australia, their women, played out a 0-0 draw against New Zealand. And we'll leave you with a few final shots of the Japanese side, who will finish and play for 9th and 10th. A draw on the day, our second draw of the day. This one finishing Japan 2, Belgium 2. Thanks for your company.